We are back with my amazing co-host, Halle Berry. And Halle, right now, we're going to get to know your other half, your boyfriend, singer-songwriter, Van Hunt. And we are so excited because this will be your first interview together.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? Come on out. Come on out. Van.
You brought flowers.
Hi, baby.
Can I share these with Jenna?
Yes. Do you want to go sit with your man? I don't want to leave him all over there by himself.
Sit over here. We're going to share these with you.
Okay, look at the peony season. How beautiful.
I know.
Van, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
How does it feel to do this together?
Well, it feels better now. I'm going to hold her hand. It feels better.
Oh. We've been doing this for 5 years together, so this is like the longest relationship I've ever had.
And you said it's like the happiest you've ever been.
When you find your person, you find your person, and I found my person finally. So,
I love that so
You're
much.
a veteran now.
I'm a veteran.
Yeah. How did y'all meet?
Well, we met in COVID.
Yeah.
And through text.
Through text.
His brother introduced us. He worked for Respin, my menopause company. He worked for Respin, and he said, my brother would be perfect for you. And I was like,
You've heard that before.
Yeah, I've heard that. And I don't like to be set up. And I said something like, well, I don't like to be set up. And he said, well, how has that worked out for you?
Oh.
And I said, okay, touche.
But my response to my brother was just as negative.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't, you know. And who asked you if you want to date Halle Berry?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't sound like a real question.
But I kind of love that you guys was like a slow burn. You know, you were talking via text, got to be friends first, it sounds like.
Yes.
And that was key. Before we ever got together in any physical kind of way, I had fallen madly in love just through talking and telling and sharing every single thing, all of our good, our bad, our dirty. We were completely honest because we were in COVID, and who cared? I thought if I never see him face to face, he's gonna know all this stuff, and who cares?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a battle royale. We were trying to outdo each other with like negative statements like, yeah, well, you cheated on your last one, but did you do this?
Which made y'all feel sort of safe, right? You were like, aired all the dirty laundry.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I think what's amazing is one of the reasons you're here is you've been, your girl has created this incredible company, Respin, and we were joking that you've become the unofficial man for menopause.
Mascot.
A man for menopause.
Mascot?
Mascot.
Yeah,
the man mascot.
Yeah.
What has it been like to watch Halle like lean into something that's helped so many women?
I'm actually really proud of her because we grew in this together.
Yeah.
We learned about it together, you know, and I think that gives you a special insight as her partner, understanding what she's going through, having kind of an empathetic, relationship. And so it's been,
And women need to have supportive partners, because this affects women, but it really affects men too. Because every man knows a woman, is married to a woman, loves a woman, has a daughter, has a mother, works with a woman. Like, men need to understand what's happening to women at this time of life. We spend half our life now in our menopausal years, right?
And you were saying that, sometimes you'll talk about menopause and the men in the room will sort of, give you a face, and that's like, that stigma has to change.
It has to change, and that's why we created Respin, because we realized that women needed a place to go to get answers. We at Respin meet women exactly where they are. Some want to take HRT, some are afraid of it. We have state-of-the-art, we have doctors, we have scientists, we have the latest and greatest in all the research that's been done. We can help educate women, and then they can decide what kind of care plan they want to be on, what they're comfortable with, and we at Respin create that plan for them. We can hook them up with a coach to guide them, nutrition, exercise. All of those things are really important. Even if you're on HRT, that's not enough. It's a whole lifestyle change that we have to understand.
It's a holistic approach.
It's a holistic approach.
Which matters, right?
It does matter.
And you've talked about earlier about keeping intimacy alive and the science behind why that is so important. And of course, men talk about it all the time, but why it's important for women to have a voice there too.
Yes. I mean, when men had penile dysfunction, they got that blue pill like that, right?
They did.
Right. And so we now need stuff like that that is going to help us through this time of life so that we can stay sexually healthy, we can stay overall healthy.
So you're saying if men were in menopause would have a...
It would be fixed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we would not
have
be...
so many therapies, there'd be no stigma.
Yeah.
But I think that's the point about men being able to be supportive, though. of their women through this phase of life.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's really important. So a date night for you guys, what does that look like?
Ooh.
Well, we don't even know all the details. Spinning, a little spinning.
Is part of it.
Yes,
it is.
Yes, is there music
Especially
involved?
now.
We were saying you don't serenade her as much as she thought it would happen.
I know. Are you disappointed? I've got good conversation, though.
You do. You do. And we were just talking. It would be kind of cringy if you just walked around the house singing all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
So
we don't.
We do what we call downloading with each other, which is talking at the end of the night, you know, with a little glass of wine and telling each other, complaining about each other's kids.
Yeah, exactly. But they're keeping each other, you know, part of the conversation. You're a talented musician.
Yes.
Any new
So
music from you?
Yes, I actually just released an EP, 6-song EP called Heartfelt of Questions.
Aw.
Yes.
I love that.
And my son also has a 6-song EP called Heaven.
Oh,
so
how
we're father
beautiful.
and son out
Yes.
with EPs
Yes.
at the same time.
Okay,
That's a first.
I get it. I get this. I get this. The sensitive musician. I got it.
Triple Pisces.
I get triple Pisces. I've got it. I've got it.
Yeah.
I told them everything.
You guys are great. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here,
you.
man.
Thank you.
I mean, you're staying.
Thank you.
You're
I'm
not going
staying.
anywhere.
I'm staying.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.